everybody, welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc, and this is SmokeySteveAndMarc. Oh, yes it is. Oh my gosh. Welcome or welcome back. I am so happy to see you, let me tell you. Yes, it is Monday, and just got home from work, and it definitely was a Monday, let me tell you. But, hey, it's Mondays with Marc, right? Sometimes I think, like, the only thing good about Monday is like, looking forward to Mondays with Marc. I mean, I do. I look forward to it all day long. I do. Because I don't know, like I always say, it's a time for like, it's just you and I. We get to spend some quality time together and get caught up, maybe have some coffee. Maybe we'll make something. You never know. So, how are you doing? Good? I hope so. I really do. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have some exciting things planned for this week. It is Thanksgiving week, right? Oh, yes, Thanksgiving. Boy, did I make a full, what do they call it, 360? Because I never really liked Thanksgiving until this year, actually. When I was putting together some videos for Thanksgiving and I started, like, reminiscing about the past, and I'm like, wow, a lot of great memories like were from Thanksgiving, and so I'm pretty excited about it this year. We're having a low-key Thanksgiving. It'll probably just be Steven and I, due to well, things that are happening in our world today. The CDC is recommending everybody, kind of stay home and don't gather in large groups or anything like that, so I think we have to follow that recommendation just to be safe. And you know what? Stay positive and look forward to next year where we can like party our pants off on Thanksgiving, right? I'm actually kind of getting ready for Christmas myself. I'm doing a little craft project for the village, but I'll set that aside because I kept my promise to you. I said we were not going to rush Christmas this year. We were not going to celebrate or do anything for Christmas until after Thanksgiving. And so far, so good, right? Oh boy, but it was tempting. Oh, this is like the last Mondays with Marc before Thanksgiving, and I so wanted to just do Christmas stuff, but I didn't. But I do have a really cool recipe for you today that I've been dying to share with you, and it's perfect for Thanksgiving, but it's perfect for Christmas too. So I get, kind of both in there. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so corny. It's so sickening. Anyway. So, what we're going to do today, I'm going to share with you a recipe that is one of my favorites. I remember this so many years ago. My grandma used to make this all the time, and she would make it at Thanksgiving and Christmas. And, there were some other special occasions she would make it for, too, because we all loved it so much. But especially in the autumn and for the holidays. We're going to make a pumpkin pie cake, okay? Now, when I come back a little later, I'll tell you where this recipe came from and how it evolved to what it is today. But I'm telling you, I think if you try this, you are going to love it, and you may just start a new Thanksgiving tradition for yourself. I mean, who wants plain, boring old pumpkin pie, right? Well, okay, I totally love pumpkin pie too. I do. But this is the best of both worlds, because this is pumpkin pie and cake all in one. It's so rich, it's so decadent, it's so delicious. And I hope you like it. So why don't I stop yapping away and let's go to the kitchen. Oh, and another thing I was excited about, okay? Because, yes, I get to wear my pumpkin spice t-shirt one more time. Yay! All right, let's go. Okay, so let's get right to it, okay? Do you have your pencils ready? All right, so for this recipe, you will need 1 yellow cake mix. Any kind will do. I use Duncan Hines for this one. You'll need 5 eggs. You'll need a 1/4 cup of butter. I use unsalted. I'd recommend you did too. You'll need a total of 29 ounces of pumpkin. Now that would be, you could use 2 of these cans, or they do sell them also in 29-ounce cans. 1 cup of white sugar, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and you're going to need a total of 2 tablespoons of our pumpkin pie spice, preferably homemade. 1 teaspoon of salt, and about 2 1/8 cup of evaporated milk. Now, if you can't find the 17-ounce can of evaporated milk, just grab yourself 2 cans like this, and I'll show you how we can scale it down later, okay? All right, let me move this stuff out of the way, and let's get to it. All right, so the first thing I did was I cracked my eggs, and I put 4 in one bowl, and I put 1 in a smaller bowl, all right? And let me get my little whisk here, and we're gonna whisk our egg up just to break the yolk a little bit. Just wanna kinda mix it up a little bit, all right? Perfect. Okay, now we need to melt our butter. Now for this, we're gonna go over to the microwave, okay? Okay, so we are going to melt some butter, okay? Now, the easiest way to do this is you're going to put your butter in a container like this, okay? And then you're going to put it in the microwave and microwave it on 10-second intervals just until it's melted, okay? We don't want it hot, we just want it melted, all right? Oh, good. I'm so happy the inside of my microwave is clean. Yes. Okay. Okay, now that our butter is all nice and melted there, but not hot, right? Okay, we're going to incorporate the two. That would be our beaten egg and our melted butter. Just like so. See now why we don't want to have it hot? Because it would actually cook the egg. We don't want that to happen. All right, that's all we want. We just have a nice little mixture like that, okay? So next, we're going to take our yellow cake mix and we'll put it in a bowl. And we're going to mix it all the way like so, little bit at a time here. And what we're looking for are crumbles. We just want to make like a crumb out of this, okay? So we're going to stir this. You can use a fork to do this too. Get all that goodness out of there. I want to get all that in there. All right, perfect. All right, so now just keep mixing it a little bit at a time until crumbs form, okay? This will take about 30 seconds or so. And like I said, a regular fork works very well too. I am partial to my very favorite wooden spoon here. Okay, well, I think that's pretty good. All right, now what I like to do at this point is get down and dirty and get my hands right in there and make some crumbles up. Oh yeah, this is the fun part of it. Of course, if you do this, make sure you have a towel handy, okay? Okay. All right, so that's pretty good. We have some crumbs going there. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so now the next step is you want to grab yourself your baking pan. Now, this recipe will make a cake that will fit into a regular quarter sheet pan or a 9x13. A standard 9x13 will work great. You can even make regular size cupcakes or jumbo cupcakes. I'm going to do 2 9-inch round springform pans because I'm going to make this look like an actual cake. You know, cake versus cake, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I got no idea what the hell you're talking
about. All right, so I have my 9-inch round springform pans here. I have sprayed them and I put a little bit of parchment paper on the bottom. I just cut a little circle out and put it at the bottom. This will really help removing it later, okay? Even if you use a 9x13, please line the bottom with some parchment paper, okay? Okay. So we have it sprayed and lined, and now what we're going to do is we're going to divide this in half, okay? And then in half again, because what we're going to do is we're going to spread some on the bottom of each pan like this. But then we want to save some to sprinkle on top of the batter after we make it too. So essentially we're splitting this in half and then splitting it in half again for this part. And then we'll have the remainder for later. And that is just perfect. Yes, I think that's good. And we'll have about that much left over, okay? All right, on to the next step. Stop it, I see that. Oh.
What are you going to do?
For the next step, we will get our eggs out, and we're going to beat those like we did before, okay? Just like that. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to add that right to our pumpkin. Go there. And we're going to stir this. Now, you could do this in a stand mixer, or you could use a hand mixer as well, but there's no need for it. You can just do it by hand. You can use a spoon or a whisk like I'm doing. I would recommend a whisk because you do want to have this pretty incorporated, okay? Essentially what we're making here is a pumpkin pie in a cake almost, and you'll see that later after it bakes, but the filling is going to be very similar to a pumpkin pie, okay? Alright, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so now in here I have our white sugar and our brown sugar, okay? That's 1 cup of white and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Now in this container I have our 2 tablespoons of homemade pumpkin pie spice. Now, you know we made this a few weeks back, right? So, I don't know, maybe I'll put a card right in here so you can just, like, click on it so you can make your own pumpkin pie spice. Oh, yeah. Once you make it, you won't go for the store-bought stuff again. All right? So, anyway, that's 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. To that, we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt, okay? About 2 pinches. Like that, and we're going to add that right to our sugar mixture, okay? And then bring our filling back over here, like so. And let me grab a fork. I'm so prepared. I don't see you sticking your finger in that. All right, we'll just give this a little bit of a stir. It doesn't have to be completely incorporated, just mixed a tiny little bit there. All right, perfect. And now we're going to add this to our pumpkin. Oh, the smell! I love it! Nice, nice. You know, making batters is a lot like, whenever I share my cooking videos, like sauteing. It's all about building flavors, whether you're starting with a pre-boxed cake mix or doing it completely homemade. It's about building up flavors. Sure, you could always throw all this in a bowl and just mix it, but I'm telling you, it tastes much, much better if you do it like this, kind of layering flavors. And I just mean by adding ingredients a little bit at a time. All right, so now that's the base. Let me move this. And we're going to add our evaporated milk. Now, like I said, evaporated milk usually comes in cans of 12 ounces, okay? Now, they do sell 17-ounce cans, but I haven't been able to find that anywhere. I found it one time many years ago, and when I worked at the restaurant, we would always get 17-ounce cans in. Why? I don't know. But traditionally, 12-ounce cans is what you get. So what we're going to do is just take a measuring cup out and measure 2 1/8 cup of evaporated milk. It'll leave you, if you use 2 of these sizes, it'll leave you with about a cup of evaporated milk. Now save it. Use it for something else. You can use it in your coffee. You can even pour it right back into your regular milk. It is milk after all, okay? Just evaporated. All right, so we're going to stir this in a little at a time. So I'm just going to pour, I don't know, maybe 1/2 cup or so and stir it in, okay? Another 1/2 cup and stir it in. And, well, repeat, 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 repeat until you have no more milk left. All right, that is perfect. Now, I know what you're thinking. My goodness, this is liquidy. My goodness, is this a lot? Well, you're right on both counts. It is very liquidy, and there is a lot of it. And your pans will be full, but never worry, this is going to be perfect, okay? It's going to be wonderful. So now what we're going to do is get our pans out here. Well, here, I'll just leave them there. And we're going to pour 1/2 into each pan, okay? 1, do it over here. Oh, man, these crumbs are going to bake up in there. It's just, oh, gosh, just wait. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, let me get my spatula out out here and just be, you know, as even as possible. Of course, if you're using a 9x13, all of the batter will go in the 9x13 pan, okay? If you're using cupcakes, you're just going to have to scale it down and do your best. You're going to get probably about 24 regular-sized cupcakes, or you're going to have 12 jumbo-sized cupcakes, okay? So now I had to cut because I forgot something. Look at the mess. You see that? I had to put some tin foil around my springform pans because the batter is quite liquidy. And if your pans are as old as mine, they're not quite so tight anymore. I probably could use a new set of them, but I love these pans. I've had them so long. I don't know. Maybe I'll invest in a new one. All right. So there, I covered them up. We're all good there. They're equally distributed between the two pans, and now we're going to top with the remaining crumbs that we have. So just divide those up between the two pans, like so, just like that. And like I said, if you're using a 9x13 pan, you're going to think that you have too much batter in there. You don't. It will be very full, okay? All right. We're going to get every last bit of this in there. All right, there we go. We are perfect. Okay, now we bake. So, it's time for the magic to happen, right? It's baking time. All right, so your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to put our cake/pies in the oven right in the middle rack. And we're going to bake them for 60 to 70 minutes. Oh, yeah. It's low and slow for this one, okay? Now, at the 1 hour mark, you want to kind of take it out, check it, make sure that it's nice and firm, okay? You can put a knife in around the edge and it should come out nice and clean, and the center should still be a little wobbly underneath, and you will be ready to go, all right? Okay, let's get these babies baking, all right? Okay, so now that's in. We're baking it low and slow. So while that's baking, you know, I guess I got to get all this cleaned up. But you know what? Why don't I tell you where this recipe came from? You know what? Come on, let's go back to the couch, okay? Oh, it's in the oven. Oh my gosh, the house already smells so good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about where this recipe came from. Because like I said earlier, it's actually kind of a special recipe for me because I do remember it from my childhood. And it was one of those things that, like, well, one, I always looked forward to and, like, hoped that we would have, you know? And another thing, it really brings back a lot of memories, you know, the smell of it, the taste of it, even making it, because as I got older, I was able to make it with my grandmother, you know? And she really was the one who inspired me to get into culinary and baking. It was my grandmother, and so yeah, this one is one of those kind of special recipes for me. So I had the handwritten recipe from my grandmother for many, many years, and you can do it two different ways. You can do it totally by scratch. You would have to have, you know, your own scratch yellow cake mix kind of ready to go. It's a little bit different. And then there's the one with the boxed cake mix. And, you know, my grandmother switched over to the boxed cake mix. I don't even remember how old I was, but it saved a lot of time. And I can't exactly remember, you know, all the details and this and that. So I racked my brain because I cannot find that recipe anywhere. I've moved so many times since then, you know. And it's a bummer because I would love to have that framed or something, that recipe. But anyway, so I wrote down, you know, what I could remember. And I mean, I do bake, you know, I baked for a living for many, many years. So I was able to come up with something, and then I scoured the internet for pumpkin pie cake recipes. And there were a few of them out there that were similar, you know. So I kind of just combined it all, and I wrote it all down, and I came up with this recipe, and it's identical. As I was going through it, I now remember all of the things, you know. So I made it, I tried it out, and it's perfect. So then I wanted to share it with you today. So yes, it's a very old family recipe of mine personally, but it kind of evolved a little through the years, so to speak, right? All right, so I don't know. I think we might have to go check and see what's going on. Yep. Oh, did you hear a beep? I think I heard a beep. All right, let's go back to the kitchen and see what's happening, okay? Ooh, okay. It is ready. All right, let's see. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so now what we're going to look for is that it's nice and firm. Yep, nice and firm. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take these out. Okay, 1 and 2. Nice. Ooh, they look good. All right, so now what you want to do is you're going to want to let these just cool down, okay? So let them sit for about an hour or so to cool off. And then you're going to pop them into the fridge and let them chill completely before we take them out of the pans and cut them, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have a big mess, all right? So I will see you after they're all chilled and we're ready to dig in. All right, bye. Big reveal. Big reveal. Ta-da! Can you see the deliciousness of this pumpkin pie cake? It turned out so good. Serve it with a dollop of whipped cream, and you are set. You are so set. Look, I don't know if you can see how it like bakes up into it. Oh man, this is so good. So I need my taste. Steve, are you here?
Yep.
Yup. Like, would you maybe want to taste test something for me?
Sure.
Well, come on over. I have to have it, have to have a taste tester. There you are.
Yeah. What am I eating?
You know what you're eating. Pumpkin pie cake.
A little snug over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I should move over here. There we go. So, I think it's best served with like some whipped cream on it. You could even serve it with some vanilla ice cream too. It's so good. Good.
It's like pumpkin pie, but it's all set up.
Good.
And the top is crispy, like
Kind of like a crumb.
yeah,
Yeah.
or almost like a gooey butter cake, like that kind of
Yes.
crunchy top.
That's what
it's like.
It has the, like, you can remember, like, ooey gooey butter cake in it, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I approve.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. And I hope you do too. And I hope you try this recipe, and I hope you like it. If you do, shoot me a picture. I'd love to see how it turned out, okay? Now, there's been all kind... When I made this for the restaurant, I made 2 of these 9-inch rounds like this, and I would stack them on top of each other. Remember that? That was years ago. I did that. And with whipped cream frosting in the middle and on the outside of it. So you could even make like a showcase cake, for Thanksgiving or whatever. But like I said, it's perfect for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. So I'm glad I had a chance to share it with you, and I do hope you like it. Oh my gosh, we have something fun tomorrow for you. It is Tuesday, and I don't want to give it away, but I think Oscar might be making an appearance tomorrow.
He may. He just may.
He just may.
He just may.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. I had a fantastic Monday evening. I hope you did too. I really did, okay? Remember, like, all of our contact information is below. If you have any questions about the recipe today, shoot us an email. It's SmokeySteveAndMarc@yahoo.com. Our post office box is below. We're on Facebook. I'll be sure to post this recipe over on Facebook, Smokey Steve Space and Marc. We're on Instagram and Twitter. But I guess I'll do the ending. I know, I don't want it to end, but all right, I will. Stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, everybody, okay? We'll see you next time. Ciao!
Bye.